I was reading a short story about the perspective of the house and field slaves, and it was so interesting to me, so I really want to know what y'all think. The story starts with Aylin, who works in the house. She wears linen dresses, bows in her hair, and clean shoes, and as she's walking through the doorframe, Nalia sees her from the field and begins to envy her. Well, really, they envy each other, because Aylin sees Nalia too. While Nalia envies Aylin for her modern clothes and the opportunity to work in cooler conditions, Aylin envies Nalia for the opportunity to be with her people, sing, and have a sense of community in these harsh times. They weren't really able to see the horrors of each other's lives because all they could see was the privilege that they didn't have. The reality is that they both are enslaved and treated poorly within this system. While Aylin got to wear pretty dresses and got to be out of the heat, she was also under the constant scrutiny and abuse of Massa and his wife, isolation from her people, and subject to more frequent rape and sexual assault. And while Nalia was able to be around her people, learn songs and culture, she was also subject to harsh labor, pricked and calloused fingers, and more whippings. Yet when you think about it, one evil isn't larger or smaller than the other. And this kind of reminds me of the division and hate I see today between darker and lighter skinned Black women. So often I see us point the finger at each other and push harmful narratives that fuel division and hate, like attributing darker skin to masculinity or attributing lighter skin to tokenism or whiteness. Now, don't get me wrong, trauma and oppression surrounding our skin color is a real thing, and it looks different between the two ends and spectrums. And it's our job to learn where we participate in the oppression, apologize and make atonement, and replace harmful rhetoric and thinking with more equitable and honorable practices. In the end of the story, Nalia and Aylin decide to realize their shared oppression within the system and utilize their privileges and advantages to create a plan to escape. While Nalia got intel on routes, braided rice and crop seeds in her hair, and harvested culture, Aylin got access to materials, intel, and extra fruit from the inside. And I think there's something we can take from that.